Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Love Wreck Legacy Challenge. Ryou had gotten up a little bit earlier than usual that day. Baby Hiei was fussy and could not get a good night's sleep, and it was beginning to really affect Ryou. She slowly realized that she had been stuck at home for nearly a whole week straight, only really interacting with other people when she had opened the store. It was time to finally make an actual friend on the island. Whether the community around her was welcoming or not, it was time for Ryou to have a girlfriend. And so, the search began. Ryou had left to go visit one of the other islands. She thought that maybe if she was able to connect with nature a little bit more, someone would pop up and she would be able to connect with them. Sure enough, there was this beautiful woman that Ryou just had to become friends with. Having hair like that would have been a dream of hers. Keita Seko was a young adult, freshly 20, and was looking to detach herself from the everyday life. She had grown up in Sulani and thought it would be fun to move on the private, off-the-grid island. Ryou was kind of confused why she purposely would do this, but was always interested in learning something new or experiencing something different. Sure enough, the two clicked instantly. They had become friends rather quickly, and Ryou was finally excited to be fully a part of the island. At first, she thought she was really just a tourist, but now it was clear to her that she could connect with just about anyone. And after a long day, Ryou returned home, happy that she was able to finally make a friend. But she still missed Hiei. There was nothing that really made her as happy as her daughter did. She was getting used to being a single mom. Though it was difficult at times, she wouldn't have changed anything else. That next morning, Ryou made sure to wake up just as the sun was rising. It was a little bit early for her, but she needed to make sure everything was perfect. She had some quick breakfast before feeding Hiei, giving her a bath, doing her diapers, before putting her in a bag carrier. Today, they were going to open up a shop again and make as much money as they could. And Ryou had faith that she would be able to pay her bills that day. Though it was beginning to look like a rather gloomy day, customers were still coming in to look at the art, buy the art, some seashells as well. It was nice that Ryou was able to work at home, be next to Hiei, but a part of her wished she could do something more. Maybe join the food critic career or the art critic career. She wasn't quite sure yet. She wanted to do something more. Though at first she had told herself that owning this small business would be enough for her. She missed the city. It was becoming clear to her that she missed her mom. The shop had made enough money where Ryou was able to pay the bills. And it just so happened that next door there was a festival going on, and Dwayne was there. Ryou was taking this opportunity to fully romance him up. She was sending him flirts, giving him some flowers she had picked along the way, and it was just perfect. She was beginning to truly feel like she had a crush on him. And sure enough, Ryou invited him over to her house. And one thing led to another. They decided to spend the night. That next morning, as the sun peeked through the windows, Dwayne had gotten up and left early. Ryou understood why, however she was a little disappointed that he didn't stay for breakfast. But nothing would ruin Ryu's mood for that day, because today was her birthday and Hie's, most importantly. She had planned a small party of friends and family to come by. She had hoped that her invitation to Kiyoshi would prove to be successful, though she understood that he didn't want to be a part of their lives anymore. She had hoped he would still be there for this moment. However, the invitation that mattered the most to her was Toki's. Ryou was hoping that her mom would come. They hadn't spoken since she left and since the announcement of her pregnancy. Toki didn't visit her after the birth or during the pregnancy, and she didn't say anything about her new business. Though Ryou was still in touch with her little sister Keita, it was difficult to get Keita to come over. She was hoping that her family would come spend the night, or, well, Ryou wasn't quite sure yet. But she was going to make sure that this birthday party would be a blast. And just like that, the birthday party started off with a blast. Ryou had invited as many people as she could, and she was so happy to see that Dwayne was able to bring his parents, Makoa and Liliana. It was rather cute seeing the two couple flirt with each other, and it made Ryou have a sort of hope. She invited her new friend Keita, who happily wanted to join. Ryou soon enough aged up, gaining the childish traits. They had some cake, some food, some pizza, and Ryou was so happy. It had been a while since she was able to feel like a family. Though she was sad that her mother never responded to the invite, Ryou knew that one day she would have the courage to reach out to her. Baby Hiei needed a quick diaper change before we got ready to blow out the candles with her. We were going to have a little toddler now. Kiyoshi had come, which was a rather nice surprise, and Hiei was able to talk with him and play with him. It was a sweet father-daughter moment, though it was small. It was enough for Ryou to feel like Kiyoshi could be a part of the family a little bit more. Though Hiei seemed to be a little bit closer to Dwayne, which gave Ryou the idea that maybe it was the right thing to get involved with him. And that'll be the episode for today. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to stay safe and have fun. Bye!